So he fills his gas. Zerglings, pulls up gas, ling speed. Incredible. Okay, now he'll make lings until the game is over, and potentially take a base. You can take an expansion with this cheese. And he's pathing everything kind of up here, and just waiting until ling speed finishes, and then he can kind of attack with a surprise all at once. Yeah, and then you just take a base whenever you float 300. Cool. So I'm positioned to take a third base, and I'm getting all in with 13 workers. So what I should do, I didn't see a second Overlord coming, so my 4 lings should be defensively postured right here. Whenever I see this, I need to try and get my queens to the ramp if possible, and remake new queens, and just make lings until the game is over and try and survive. It's a really tough build to hold if you don't scout it in time. So let's slow it down. These lings should be attacking whenever the lings are attacking the queen, just to try and take some pressure off of it, because having queens at the ramp is sort of a win condition against this build, because they can bite the hatchery, but anytime they do, you can try and attack the lings, and then controlling this ramp is the top priority. Technically, I would think that defending this is possible. It would be hard, and you might lose the natural expansion. But I have 24 drones, so if I could potentially save my workers and put them in the main, then I do have some edge still. The lings should just attack that. And the drones too, probably. So we'll say if we're facing something like this, then maybe pulling some drones would be good, because 24 to 13, that's too many to not have to fight with some drones. And there's no splash from banelings. So I would guess that using the workers to attack would be better than trying to just save them in the main. Because drones can fight, and if they're just against lings, and you also have ling queen, then maybe concentrating everything you have would be pretty nice. So we'll take a look at this. Overload's coming in. This is really nice because it can soak some hits from the queen, and also delay the queen from getting to the ramp. So I see this coming in. When does the speed kick in with this build? Because that'll tell me a bit about what's going on. It's around 245. Say if natural has been droned, how many workers could I spare here? I feel like all the workers at the natural. It would be better than trying to pull them into the main, because I need something else to fight. So I have 5 workers here, and I have a queen and 4 lings, and he has 10 lings. Yeah, I think I can win that fight, actually. And then a 6th worker. So we'll say I have about basically 10 expendable drones against this build. So we'll say bind all workers at natural with queen, we'll say with ling. Queens hold the ramp. And then I want to try and retreat to my queens, if I can get them to the ramp. So these should attack, these should attack. These should not have been pulled to the main, I should just attack. Is there any, do I have a volunteer for someone who can take control of Solar at a key point, and then we we try and play it out, and I do a different response? Can anyone step up and do that? I wouldn't change my opener B to the right. I do the same thing. I mean, I might mix in a 14-14 game against him since he hasn't done anything other than a 12 or 13 pull against me, so it'd be high percentage maybe. Lodge could do it, Zealothar could do it. It doesn't need to be... Hey, thanks Tom to Naveen, I appreciate you. Anyone who is at Solar's level of play, if you could step up and volunteer as tribute for this, that would be great. Okay. Let's go to Neuro stream team chat. Zealothar, Vosh, anyone? Someone's eating. Dark has been in my chat the whole time. What a meme. Slardar, you can do that? Get in the Neuro stream team chat. Type /join Neuro stream team with spaces. And then tell me what your... Are you Equation? Good evening. Okay, I'm grabbing you. I don't know who this is. It's too late. Someone already beat you to it. We're learning here. Having been thoroughly thrashed by Solar twice in a row with one of the shortest series in my entire life, we're making some use from it. Learning from the losses. I never faced Cheese as polished as this in my games normally. Just because he's like one of the best Zergs in the world type of player, and people I'm gonna be facing are like mid-high GM on NA. Okay. So, let's try and find that spot. So, I know here at this point. Do I have vision of the hatch? I do. Okay. So we can take it from here. And I know that Morlings are coming, and there's a base. So I can rule out 13-12. I can rule out Banes. It's going to be a speedling all in. Let's actually put a note in this. 230. Opponent natural becomes visible. We'll say it's 3 ticks of progress. So it's like, it's barely going. M. Lunith, did you just subscribe? Did you just subscribe, dude? Equation 9 is Equation. Hey Equation, I appreciate the fuck out of you right now. So are you ready? Because now I know what to do. Okay, we're taking over. What I'm gonna do is, I can see that it's a cheese. We have identified how to read this cheese. I'm gonna try to get my queens to the ramp, and I'm gonna use some drones to fight. Because I've ruled out Banes by all the clues that are kind of in the game right now. So I'm taking Neuro, Equation is taking Solar, and he's gonna play like Solar. 3, 2, 1.
Une nouvelle reine est née. Le ravitaillement fait défaut. Il est temps de créer d'autres dominants. Créons plus de dominants. Pas assez de minerais. Une nouvelle règle. Évolution terminée.
Yeah, dude. I think that's it. I mean, it's not solar, but the principle of the thing is basically correct. And then now I have a tremendous larva lead, and it doesn't matter. I can just evolve tons of wings.
Le ravitaillement fait défaut. Il est temps de créer d'autres dominants.
And that should be game.
Nous avons engagé le combat. Il nous faut plus de dominants. Nos troupes sont attaquées.
GG.
Nous avons engagé le combat.
Cool. Awesome. Now I feel like I benefited in some way by getting my ass kicked by Solar and dying to cheese. I hope that was informative for people. Maybe I'll highlight this. Who fucking knows, dude? That's how you lose a fucking tournament game, buddy. 3 hour, 51 minute. I would say, no, that was earlier than that. 3 hour, 35 minute. Solar analysis. Okay. Where do you get your t-shirts from? Sometimes from the internet, sometimes from store. Plat level micro doesn't cut it, I guess. I mean, I feel like if the nature of cheese is that if your opponent goes for a cheese and you go for a solid, safe build, there should be a defensive procedure that allows you to win. But a lot of the cheeses are kind of hard to read, and you don't get that much practice against like that build in particular on that map. So when his lings came into my base, I didn't have a clear set of steps of, alright, I know based on the hatch timing, the lings, and the lack of a second overlord that it's this cheese, and this is my defense for that. I was like, he's cheesing me. And it could be Ling Bane, it could be slow lings, could be mass ling. I didn't know. I didn't have like a clear routine that I was ready to follow. So I don't think it was as much micro, it's more of like the surprise factor of that build. Because with my build I had the tools to defend, I just needed to use drones, and I just didn't do that. And mass ling, it's not super micro intensive.